All right, family. All right, family. I am live here today and I'm excited about being on here. I decided to go live today at a different time at 2:30 instead of my 1:30 time. It's been a couple days since I've been on, but I wanted to come on here really quick, bring some value to you guys, some things that I think will help you on your journey of creating passive income. Now, you guys know my love, one of my loves and one of my passions is to help people create passive income through cryptocurrency, but also one of my loves and in this space is to help people create passive income in other ways as well by building a personal brand, leveraging the power of YouTube, doing those incredible things. And that's what I'm passionate about. And I want to see so many more people actually take advantage of that because I truly believe, even though there's more people than ever taking advantage of the platform of YouTube and taking advantage of AI and all the stuff that we have going on now, that even more people need to be implementing things that's going to allow them to earn even more passive income. So I'm trying to bring as much value as I can to people to help you guys on that journey of doing that. And so one of the ways that I wanted to create that value today is by sharing some of my journey, right? And I think you guys are going to get so much out of this because I'm going to share some mistakes that I made along the way and some of the things that I feel were the biggest mistakes that I made along the way as becoming a YouTuber, creating a YouTube brand, and things. Even though I had some successes, there were some huge mistakes and things that I think held me back from really seeing the level of success that I could have seen much sooner if I would have known these things up front. And maybe you guys can learn from this. Maybe you could take some of this information that I share with you all and implement it in you creating your own brand and building your own success story and building your own passive income stream through the power of YouTube, right? So I don't want to hold you guys too long, man. You guys can see right now, I haven't got a haircut in a little bit, right? I've been roughing it, but it's been a good time, man. It's the holiday time. I'm gonna get right though. You know, I'm gonna take care of this. My birthday is coming up. Shout out to all the cancers out there, right? My birthday is coming up very soon, and I'm excited about that as well. But I wanted to come on, man, and give you guys this value here. So here's what I want to share with you. Here's one of the biggest mistakes that I made, right? One of the biggest mistakes that I made on this YouTube journey, right, was when I first got started. I did not take it serious enough, right? I didn't believe in it big enough at the beginning. Like I felt like it was something. I saw that people were getting value from my videos, but really at the beginning, you know what I was doing? I was just putting videos out to help my team, and it was really a heart thing, right? It was in my heart to help my team. I had a team, and you guys know I've been in the network marketing, direct sales space for a long time. I have a love and a passion for that as well. So I had got into a new opportunity that was crypto, and it had affiliate with it, right? And so I was trying to teach my people how to actually go ahead and get started with the company, how to enroll, how to use crypto, how to buy, sell, send, and receive crypto, and giving them all of the stuff that they needed on that. And people came to watch the things that I was doing, right? And so I was good with that, but I really wasn't taking it serious. Right. I was just thinking of it's a thing that I need to do, I want to do, but I didn't realize the magnitude of this. I didn't start branding right up front. Right. I didn't start any of those things. And what you guys get the advantage of now is learning from people like myself and other content creators and looking at our journey, looking at the things that we're doing now, and really learning from us to say, hey, look, you know what? This is what I'm going to do going forward, so that from the beginning, you have the right foundation. As the success with anything that you're building, the foundation is one of the most critical things to make sure you have a solid foundation to build from, right? So that's one of the things I would have done it now, right? I was like, hey, you know what? Let me give you guys some tips right up front. So here's one thing I would have done. When I say take it serious, I would have created an email list right up front. I would have had an email list, and I would have been intentional about growing that email list. Why? Because even though YouTube is powerful, I don't own YouTube, right? So at any time, YouTube could cancel my channel, they could take down my channel, YouTube could go away, or any of those things. One of the things that you want to do is to make sure that you're not building your success on rented land. Don't try to own, like you can't, this is not the land that I own. I'm going to leverage it while it's here, and I'm going to take advantage of the power of it. But what I have to know is that, hey, bring people closer to you, get their email address, right? I think one of the other things that I would say that I should have done at the beginning was not only get the email addresses, right? Build an email list, but start building the relationships earlier, right? Building relationships with my community, with the people who are following me, building those strong relationships with them. Guys, if you're going to build a brand on YouTube, the relationship factor is major, right? Because people do business with and they follow people who they feel like they know, like, and trust. So how are you building that, right? One of the things that also affected me, and I'm gonna give you guys a whole lot of stuff right now on this about the mistakes that I made. One of the things too that I wish I would have done was I wish I was more consistent. I was just uploading videos. Now, at one point, it was so much happening in my space that I had a video to upload every day because I had to keep people updated, right? But I wish I would have been more consistent for a longer period of time. Because see, consistency builds that know, like, and trust factor. If somebody sees that you show up online consistently, they know that they can count on you. Hey, look, if something's going on in whatever niche, whatever area you're in, I can count on you to come bring some information. That's a powerful thing, right? Somebody's following you. They want to know that you're there and you're present. So being consistent breeds that trust. It brings so much trust that people can say, hey, look, you know what? I like you. They get to see you enough to start liking you. Right? There's I see you a lot. You're always showing up with content. You think a certain way, and I like the way you think, and all of this type of stuff. I like your personality. When they see that, then that person is going to say, "Hey, look, I need to get in front of you more." And those are the people that once they see you are consistent, what they're going to do is that they're going to try to go deeper with you. Right? They're going to say, "Hey, look. How can I get a little bit closer to you? How can I get involved with some of the things that you're doing and all of that type of stuff?" So that's a big thing right there, right? And somebody asked a question, Amanda, what is it? Amanda, Michael, are you a trader? I trade a little bit. I don't call myself a trader. That's not my specific thing. What I like to do is to take advantage of vehicles that allow me to earn passively from trading if possible, right? That's what I've always been. My whole thing is passive income. So I like to take advantage of different things out there, right? Trading different PAM accounts, all of this type of stuff. Anything that will allow me to earn some passive income from trading. That's what I like most. I can trade. I know how to trade, all of that type of stuff, right? I don't say I'm an expert at trading, but I do know how to trade. Somebody asked that question, so I wanted to make sure I go ahead and answer that. And at any time, you guys have questions for me or whatever, feel free to drop them in the chat, and I'll try to respond to as many of them as I can. But I'm gonna get back to these mistakes that I made, right? So one of the things is setting up that communication between my audience, being consistent, right? Being consistent with dropping videos, being consistent with collecting the information from people. That way that I can go a little bit further with them, right? So that was one of the things, man. And I know it seems like I'm harping on it, but consistency is so important. Do you know what separates most of the successful YouTubers from everybody else, right? The thing that separates most of the successful ones, if you go back and look, they were consistently dropping content no matter what. They had, even if it was a consistent schedule, if you say, well, I'm going to drop one video per week, and you do that one video per week for 3 years, it's almost hard for you not to achieve the level of success that you want to see, that you desire. It's almost hard not to achieve that. Why? Because that consistency is going to allow you to separate yourself from a lot of other people. Even if I talk about it in the passive crypto space right now, like the space that I got started in, really where I took YouTube a little more serious, I want to tell you guys that even in this space, there's been people who were around when I first started that aren't around now. And I think I got started with the passive crypto space back in like 2019. And back in 2019, I was not taking this thing as serious, but I was showing up, and I continued to show up, and I've been showing up since then. So there's people who I started with that are no longer creating videos, they're no longer creating content, they're no longer around, all this type of stuff, but I'm still doing it. And that's one of the things that's going to make you stand out, and that's what's going to allow you to have more success than a lot of other people. Right? So those are some of the things that I like I said, I wanted to talk about, but there's other things here, guys. Look, focusing too much. Here's a mistake. Focusing too much on like equipment and all of that type of stuff. I want to tell you, because I always said, once I get this camera, once I get this lighting, once I get this, it is great to progress, and you should progress, but take your viewers on a journey. Take them on a journey with you, right? Like, let them know where you're starting. Be transparent about that. Be open about where I am starting. I started out with just my laptop. I didn't even have a professional mic. I didn't have a professional camera. At that time, I wasn't even using my phone really to record the videos. I was getting on and I was doing screen record on a program called Loom. That's a tip, guys. Loom is one that I use. If you guys want to jump on Loom, that's a great one. I would get on Loom, I would record a video. And here's the thing, guys, I was using the free version up front. They let me create a 5-minute video. That's why if you look back at my videos back in the day, they was only 5 minutes, because I was on the free version of Loom, and Loom was letting me create a 5-minute video, right? And so I was just putting that out there, but I was using what I had to do what I needed to do. Because the truth be told, you can't use anything else. You have to do the things that you have to do those things, right? So those are things. Here's another thing that I would say was a big mistake for me. And I hadn't really talked about this one before on a live or on in a lot of different communities. But here's one of the mistakes that I made was not creating enough evergreen content. Right? I created content that's in the moment. And that's what I was doing, creating a lot of content that was right there in the moment. And that's cool because you get it. It's something that's in the moment. It's something that's trending right now. Guess what? People are going to come and they're going to look at that, and you're going to get the views. You're going to get subscribers from it, maybe even, because they're going to see it, and that's good. But it's not evergreen content. What is evergreen content, by the way? This is content that people can look at whenever, that people are going to come back years from now and go look at that content because it's still providing them value. That's why in Brand Builders Unlimited, in my group, what I like to tell my students is to create some evergreen content, right? Some evergreen content that's going to last forever. You need a certain amount of that type of content, because that's going to allow you to create value for a long period of time. That's allow you to get paid from the YouTube partner program for a long period of time. And that's also going to sell your products and services once you have those for a long period of time. You're going to be able to, somebody come and look at a video 6 months from now, and you have a link to one of your core products, your core services in there. And then if they decide to go ahead and take action on that, you get paid from that, from a video that you created 6 months ago, a year ago, and stuff like that. We're talking about passive income, right? That's how you make passive income. You make passive income by creating some of this long-term evergreen content that's going to live on YouTube forever. And when somebody's searching for what you do your video on, then you actually going to get them. You could get them as a subscriber. They can actually do business with you, and you can make money off of that because you created that evergreen content. See, a lot of people don't really talk about this. What type of content are you creating? A lot of people jump on the bandwagon of stuff that's not even going to be around long. And look, I'm guilty of it as well. That some of that stuff is not going to be around long. And then what happens? That video is doing good, but that video only lasts for a certain amount of time. Right? That video is still on there, but it's not getting any new views. It's because it was on a trending thing instead of being evergreen content. So you'll see a lot of YouTubers now that focus on a lot more of the evergreen content, because they understand that keeps you off the hamster wheel some, because you'll be on that hamster wheel. You always got to create new content to get new revenue, to get new passive income. And you don't want to have to be in that space of always having to do that. You want to be stacking content. Right? This is what I call asset stacking. Every YouTube video that you create, and it is an evergreen video, and it's going to be around for a long time, that is an asset. so it can bring you money. But now you stack the assets. How many videos do you have out there creating income for you, providing value to the marketplace? What if you had 300-400 videos out there that are now all individual assets that are bringing you income? See, I didn't think about that at first. I was just thinking about the right now money. So that's a big mistake also. Don't just think about the right now money. Don't just think about the YouTube partner program. I want you to come into this thing thinking long term. Most people overestimate what they could get done in the next 3 to 6 months, but they underestimate what they could get done within the next 3 to 6 years. If you take the time and really build out something, you can create something substantial over the next 3 to 6 years because you have vision. And I'm telling you, vision is the thing that you need to say, hey, look, I'm not just here for a good time. I want to be here for a long time. Right. And that's one of the things that I decided that I want to do. Blue Sky, big shout out to you. Thank you for being on. I really appreciate your support and always being on the videos. It's absolutely wonderful. So I want to tell you guys that this is some of the stuff that I am focused on and helping people actually do. I'm helping people build their own brands. I'm helping people build their own brands, leveraging the power of YouTube. But I want to give you the things that you need the most so that you can have the most success. I want to give you the basic principles and the fundamentals and the foundations of the things that you're going to do. Look, we had one of our students in Brand Builders Unlimited. He was struggling to really get new subscribers. His subscribers weren't growing, things like that, right? And so I started talking to him about consistency, some things that he could do differently in his video. And now he's starting to get that constant flow of subscribers now on his channel because they see the value. Sometimes it's not that you're not producing value. You just got to position yourself and you got to position your content so that people can see your value. I want y'all to get this. It's just repositioning something. It's the perspective that you're coming from. It's repackaging it. I always explain to people, I said, man, you could, if you brought me a steak on a garbage can top, I don't want it. Why? It could be the greatest steak in the world. The presentation is wrong. But if you come back and and you've seen things that'll be this way, if you bring me an average steak, it could be a T-bone, whatever you want to call it, right? You bring me a steak and the presentation is right. You bring it on a fancy plate. You got everything lined up. You got all the fancy stuff going on. That is more. Now I can take that serious. Now I look at that different, right? I was using the example on a training call I did last night of the iPhone, right? You know, people always come and they always give me, I got my friend Jackson, Crypto King Jackson, right? We always go back and forth because he's an Android guy and I'm an iPhone guy, right? And people always come and they say, well, Androids, you know what? They got more features. If you team Android, drop team Android in the chat. If you're team iPhone, drop team iPhone in the chat. I just want to see where you guys stand, right? But you have people who are Android people, they come and they're like, hey, I got an Android, I got a Samsung, I got whatever, right? And then they'll be like, well, the iPhone doesn't have as many features. I said, but you got to understand the packaging, the presentation of the iPhone. Look at how Apple does everything that they do. That's why people go and they'll pay $1,200, $1,300 now. I don't know how much the iPhones are now. That cost the price keep going up, but they pay for that because of the presentation. Have you ever been into an Apple store? I remember the first time I went into an Apple store. Right there, you go. We got an Android, got an Android person over here. All right, I got you, Blue Sky. You Android, but look, I'm iPhone, right? And what I want to tell you, when first time I went, what sold me on iPhone, one of the first times I went into the Apple store, and I was switching from Android, by the way, Blue Sky, I was switching from Android. If Jackson watches, I was switching from Android. So I've been with Android before. I know what the Androids have, right? But so I was switching from Android, went into the iPhone store, said, hey, look, I'm gonna go in the iPhone. Man, it was just like I was buying a car. I was in there. I was like, man, am I buying like a Mercedes or something? They had different stations to get me adjusted and all of this stuff. I mean, they were taking so much personal care of me. When I went in the store, I was blown away. I said, man, I'm iPhone forever. And you will see people who come in the Apple store who will only buy Apple products. And I want to tell you, most of it is the positioning of the brand and the packaging of the products and the packaging of the message. I don't think there's anywhere else that's done such a great job of packaging yet. Yeah, we might get some of the features a year or two later after Android. Yeah, the Android might have a lot more features and all this other stuff, but there's people who are sold out on Apple because of the fact that the brand and the brand messaging and the packaging and the presentation is there. So this is what I want you guys to take from it. How are you presenting your content? Right? Are you thinking about your content that way? When you're creating a video, do you have a systematic process of creating a video? I have a system that I do when I create videos now, right? And and there's things that I'm looking at. There's cues. I'm creating the thumbnails, right? The thumbnail is one of the biggest things that you can think about when you're creating a YouTube video, right? Because that's one of the first things that's going to get people to click on your video. One of the things is thumbnail. The next thing is the title. And you know what? A lot of people will stop right there because they can't figure out what thumbnail to create or what title they want to give their video. And that is your packaging right there. That's how you package your video for your viewer. And if you're not packaging it right, you may have the greatest content in the world, but they won't click on it. But that's why in Brand Builders Unlimited, I show people how to optimize their thumbnails and also how to optimize the titles. I actually have 120 titles. I just introduced it to my students last week. 120 titles for your YouTube videos. Like it's 120 different titles. It's going to be a brain jogger for you, because when you go in there, you can be like, I can create a title like this, right? I can create this type of video. It give you video ideas. It's literally going to give you some video ideas and things that you could do. I wish I could pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up, show you guys, give you guys a sneak preview of it, what we have here. But this thing, I use it myself to come up with titles and video ideas and all that type of stuff. So let me see if I can pull it up, and maybe I'll be able to share this with you guys, man. But how many of you all would want some title? If you're going to be creating content on YouTube, if you would want some title ideas, video ideas that you could create, then y'all drop a 3 in the chat for me. Drop a 3 in the chat. Let me see who would want some title. If you're watching on the replay, because I know some people are going to be watching on the replay, then you guys just drop a 3 in the chat. I might shoot something over to you really quick so you guys could do that. There you go. Blue Sky said there's room for both, but the real winner is the one who can capitalize off both. Things are not always either or. Sometimes it's both. You are absolutely right. I agree with that. One of the things that people will focus on either or, right? But I'm telling you, sometimes both, you can take advantage of this and that. Woo. A lot of people say that they can either do this or that, but I want to tell you there's times where you can do this and that. So that's powerful right there, Blue Sky. I love that you're talking about it. You're talking good. Let me pull this up really quick. I'm getting this pulled up for you guys. I want to give you guys a sneak peek of this thing that I created here, just as a benefit to people, to help people create even better video content. I want you guys to see this really quick. Let me see if I can pull it up. All right, there we go. Let me give you guys this. Let me share my screen really quick. Let's see if it'll let me share. All right, there you go. All right, I want to share this with you guys. This is a guide that I even got some tips in here, but this is a guide that I created. I want you guys to see right here. Here it is. Here are some titles that you can actually use, right? These are titles. And these are lists. I want you guys to see this. Think about this. These are list titles. I'm just gonna. I ain't gonna let this stay up here long. You get in. You can get in the community, or I can get this to you. This is something that's powerful here. The number blank. Every blank should know about. And today I'm creating an actual video guide that goes along with this. This is going to be powerful to make this even more powerful. Number like 3 amazing blank to try right now. Now think about your niche. Think about what you're going to be creating videos around, right? 3 types of blank that will blank. 3 or 5 questions you should ask before what? So if I was doing this about this, 5 questions you should ask before you start a YouTube channel. Right? 5 secrets to creating passive income. 3 resources to help you become wealthy. These when you see the number sign, just choose whatever number that you want and make it relevant for whatever you're doing, right? This is a 7-point checklist, right? A 7-point checklist for what? For something that you want to do. 6 daily habits of passive income earners. 6 daily habits of successful YouTube creators. If y'all feeling, if y'all getting this is making sense, drop a 4 in the chat for me. Drop a 4. If you're a content creator right now and you're thinking about some videos that you could create from this, drop a 4 in the chat. This is phenomenal. Hello, I see you. Somebody just said hello, host. I see you right there. Thumbs up, connected to you. Awesome. I'm glad to be connected to you as well. Thank you for coming on and watching on the live. But these are great ideas right here. These are just some, but guys, I got 120 of them, man. I got some how-to ones in here for your tutorials, different things like that. How to quickly lose weight, how to get more, how to use blank to stand out, how to tell if, right? These are easy things right here. Got some helpful tips, blank strategies to blank. Right, these are powerful tactics to blank, right? All of these things right here. You're doing it wrong. Believe, like I got all of this stuff. What you're going to need is in this guide. I even give you some words that you need to use, some words that you can use that'll make your titles more powerful to grab people's attention, right? Then I also have some tips in here for creating some video titles. So I tell you who you're creating for, create a video that solves a problem, focus on the benefit. Like this is a guide right here that you definitely want as a resource to really do this, right? So this is powerful right here. These are just some of the things that I have been creating for my students, and I've been creating to help people create their brand. I take this serious, right? I take this really, really serious for people to create a brand that brings them passive income. Here's a mistake. See, because this is one of the mistakes that I believe that I made on my journey at the beginning too. And I'm going to talk more about this. But one of the mistakes I made was asset ownership. And when I talk about, I should say it this way, brand asset ownership. I should have, when I first started, I should have started building the brand assets, the offers, the things that I would have that I own. Right? Even me, host, I have made mistakes in my small channel. There you go. We all make mistakes. Here's what I love about mistakes, though, right? They're the easiest things to learn from. We could grow and learn from our mistakes. If we just take the mistakes and say, look, you know what? A mistake is a mistake, but I'm going to learn from it. I'm not just going to continue to make mistakes. I'm going to grow from it. I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to do something different. And so I want to tell you guys now, here's what I would do if I was you and I was creating a small channel, just getting started, or even if you have a larger channel and you haven't done this yet, start creating your brand assets. What you need is a website. What you need is some landing pages. What you need is some offers out there, right? You need some ways to help people, right? You're going to put out enough of your value-based content, which is is going to be like a lot of your stuff. I always say you're going to have your free stuff that you're going to do. Your YouTube could be a free stuff that leads people in to things that are going to, first, they're going to give you your email address. Second, they may be able to purchase something from you, all of that type of stuff. But you should have those things. I was teaching in the last video, and I'll go over it again right now. And you guys make sure you're taking notes on this. Here are 3 offers that you have that every content creator, YouTube brand, all of that stuff should have. First, you should have offer that gets you new leads, right? You should have an offer that's going to bring people to you. They're going to attract people to you. Maybe you even call it an attraction offer, right? So you're going to have an offer that's going to attract people to you. Usually that's a free gift. Usually that's it could be even be your YouTube videos. It could be things like that, right? Here's the next thing that you need. You're going to need another offer here that is a core, what I call a core product offer, right? So this is a core offer. This is your main thing, right? You're going to need an offer where how when people come in and they come to you, right? And they say, hey, look, I found you. I like you. I love your content. What are you going to be known for though? What is the main transformation that you're going to be known for? Right now, mine is Brand Builders Unlimited. I came back and I built out a program where people could take advantage of, where I can help them build out a YouTube channel that's going to bring them passive income, that's going to be a brand that lasts for a long time. I have a heart for people out there that's been trying to create passive income in other ways, and they haven't been able to do it because things don't last a long time. But if you want something that you can build, that you can own, that it'll last for a long time, then building a personal brand is one of the best things that you could do right now in this space. And using YouTube is one of the best platforms that you could be on. A lot of people say YouTube is hard, but I'm telling you guys, YouTube is worth it. YouTube is worth it. And it's not just what you're going to get paid from YouTube. It's what you're going to get paid because of YouTube. It's about the credibility that YouTube can bring to you. Right? So those are some things that you guys could think about right now, right? So those are powerful things. We got some questions in here. Let me see. That's why my small channel didn't grow. I'm so glad I'm listening to your advice. Absolutely. I'm glad that you're here too. I want to help you as much as I can grow your channel and take it to the next level. Tony Johnson said, what's the best Pam account now? Best Pam account right now, I would say, and I have to say this, I would say it's probably the Dragon Pam, in my opinion. Now, everybody has different opinions on that type of stuff, but Dragon Pam is a wonderful Pam account, but it's closed to new investors right now. And Lyrinex is not accepting any more USA residents as clients. So if you're not already a client of Lyrinex, you cannot join Lyrinex right now. And the Dragon Pam is on Lyrinex, and it has a wait list right now for new investors, even if you're already on Lyrinex. So that's one of the things. So that's something there. Then there's other Pam accounts out there. If you're already on Lyrinex, that's the thing. Right now, Lyrinex is one of the main ones that's out there. But I do have another one. Here's another good Pam account. I don't know if Tony, I don't know if you're on Sway Markets, but another Pam account that's been absolutely crushing it is on Sway Markets is Infinity Capital. It is absolutely crushed. I think it's at I don't want to quote the numbers, but I think it's like 195% over the last 12 weeks or something like that. It's something like, it's up there. Like over the last 12 weeks, it's been killing it, and it's on Sway Markets. And they have a Pam account over there, and and I know the guy that runs that Pam account, and he's absolutely crushing it for people right now. So that's another good one. If you want to check, if you haven't checked that out, I mentioned it in one of my last videos. I think I mentioned it. I mentioned in the last video that I was talking about Lyrinex. Yeah, I did mention it. I mentioned it in that video when I was talking about Lyrinex. If you go watch that video, it'll give you some information on that. And I actually have the link in that video. Yep, Infinity Capital. So that one, that's the one. It's in there as well. So check out that one also. I would check out those right now. There is a Gold Pips one that's on Lyrinex, but once again, it's on Lyrinex. And like I said, if you're not already on Lyrinex, you can't really take advantage of that one on there. That's one of the ones that I've seen as well. But I want to put together another list of PAM accounts that's actually working right now, that's producing some profits right now. But those are two that I would definitely check out. I would check those out for sure. So I know this wasn't when Tony asked the question, so I want to know this not totally about the PAM accounts and stuff like that, but I did want to put that information out there. But guys, I'm telling you right now, building a brand on YouTube is a powerful thing. And like I said, I always target this to, if you are a small business or entrepreneur, you should have a YouTube channel. I don't care what niche you're in, whether you're in makeup, whether you're a plumber, whether you are fixing cars, no matter what niche you are in, I believe truly you should have a YouTube channel, and a YouTube channel can definitely help you grow your business. If you're in network marketing or direct sales, you absolutely should have a YouTube channel. I can show you, right, how I became a top income earner in multiple companies at the same time by having a powerful YouTube brand. They used to tell me all the time that you cannot do that. You can't become a top earner in multiple companies at the same time. I was able to do it in multiple companies, hit the charts in multiple companies. Why? Because I leveraged the power of YouTube to put things out there. Right? This is this is some powerful stuff, guys. Like, if you go out there and just do, here's the thing. I talk about RTP in my group. You guys, if you are not in Brand Builders Unlimited, go check it out for real. I'm gonna put this is what most people don't know. I'm about to put a special on until my birthday. I did this special before. Right now, to get a year's access to Brand Builders Unlimited, this is a whole year of mentorship. This is 52 calls and all of my courses and everything. We do a weekly call with the students where we dive deep on YouTube to move your channel forward. Right? So I want to tell you, this is what we do. And right now, the price is $497. I'm about to go in tonight and drop this thing to $297 for the year, just until my birthday. Right? Until my birthday. My birthday is July 21st. Just until my birthday, I'm going to drop the price to $297. You get a year's worth of access. You don't have to worry about paying a monthly fee. None of that. You get a year's worth of access. So, man, yeah, there you go. Tony said, well, thank you. And I like your content about YouTube. I do a lot of mechanic cars, just don't know how to do it. Know how powerful this is. There you go. I am on a quest for passive income. Period. Retired 5 years ago, and it's rough. Absolutely. This is, I mean, we have some, you got to get in the group. We have someone that actually has a channel who's talking about, he's building a channel on the retirement lifestyle. He was somebody that had to retire twice, and he learned how to retire successfully. And he's probably one of the best retirement stories I've seen, where he travels with his wife like almost every other week. That's all they do, is they retire and they travel. Like, it's incredible, right? So, but he had to retire twice, and he learned something from the first time he retired. And now that's what he's teaching people about retirement, and he's helping people with passive income and stuff like that. But yeah, you are a mechanic, man. Do you know how powerful it is for you to be on YouTube as a mechanic? I use that so much. I go on the YouTube, right? I go on YouTube and I look up stuff about my car, here's one thing. So I'm gonna talk about my car, and I'm gonna talk about my AC just because I want to talk about it in just a sec. But I like when there's stuff going on with my car. One of the things with I drive a Mercedes, and one of the things that was an issue was the back latch for my car, right? And so what happened with the back latch is that my trunk would not close. And so I was on there looking for videos, and I actually ended up finding a video that allowed me to go in and show me what to do to close my thing. But also, I subscribed to that channel, and I was looking at that channel, and it had so many views because people were going looking for that problem. There's a lot of problems. Now, you're probably saying, how do I monetize that? What you're going to do is there's so many things that you're going to have, and I can show you some different ways to do this. But you can actually go in and have an Amazon affiliate link when they have to buy parts. and you can point them right to Amazon. They go buy parts, and then you get paid. But guess what? So Amazon is so sweet that if they pick up other stuff, when they go and they click on your link as an Amazon affiliate and they start putting other stuff in their cart when they buy, because nobody goes on Amazon and just buy one thing, right? They're going to go buy other stuff. You actually get paid from all the stuff that they actually buy, right? After they clicked on your link for a certain amount of time. So that's the good thing about that as well. But also you can have you can have memberships, you can have different affiliate guides, or mechanic guides, different things where to help people. You can have a thing, just so many things that you could do, right? You can get brand sponsorships. I can show you how you do that, where once you have a lot of subscribers and a lot of viewership, you can get brand sponsorships from brands that are in the mechanic and in the automobile space. Right. So those are things that you could do. A lot of people don't know there's so many different ways to monetize YouTube. You can monetize YouTube in so many different ways. Blue Sky said, you're right about having a channel. I'm also beginning to see ads for more brick and mortars looking for social media and content managers. Absolutely. If you brick and mortar, you still need a YouTube channel. Like, this is what I believe. Unless like what I even think, I think everybody should. That's just me, right? But if you're a brick and mortar, if you're a plumber, if you are especially a service provider, you need to be going and doing YouTube videos, sharing, talking about illuminating the problems, thinking about the problems that your ideal customer may have, and do YouTube videos around that. Right? And it's going to draw people to you. Now, I told you I was going to talk about my AC, right? So that was one of the things that I'm not an AC guy, right? But I had a problem, issue with my AC. My AC had went out, and it's hot. Like, it's like 100 degrees here in North Carolina. So, some days. So it was hot. And I'm like, the AC, it wasn't all the AC, thank God, right? It was just the AC downstairs. The upstairs AC was cool. The downstairs AC was not working at all. And I'm like, what is going on? How is this? And so I went, guess where the first place I went to? I'm a YouTube guy. First place I went to was YouTube. I was praying to God for wisdom and all of this stuff. And I was like, hey, what should I do? And I went on YouTube and I was looking at so many, but I found so many channels that were talking about, that were giving so much advice on HVAC. Hey, go check this, go check that. And that's what I was doing. Right. And it was some of them that had just different things in there. If I go to their channels, I look at it, I say, well, look, they got the ways that they're monetizing this. They're monetizing from their channel by providing valuable information. That's what it's all about. If the more value that you put out there for people, and the more you help your ideal viewer, the ideal person that's coming to watch, I'm telling you, you're going to have YouTube paying you. That's going to be one stream of income once you build it up. Now they got some monetization standards, 1,000, the normal YouTube partner program is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, right? And guys, people are hitting that left and right by producing the right content. And producing the right content, I think I started to say this earlier and I didn't complete this sentence, but the right content, what I teach is reviews, tutorials, and podcasts. That's the play we run. Reviews, tutorials. Well, let me put it this way: reviews, tutorials, presentations, and podcasts. Right? That's how you're going to do it. You're going to do a review. What we're going to review? We're going to review products that you use. You're going to review services that you use. You're going to do reviews. If somebody wants to go and they'll be like, man, I want to know, let's just use what Blue Sky just said. I want to know what car detailing products to do. There's people on YouTube saying, you could do a comparison between two Meguiar's and Turtle Wax. I'm just using those two. So you do Meguiar's and Turtle Wax. Which one is the best? Which car polish is the best? Which fast wax is the best? All right. And you could do a review comparing those two, showing your results, looking at saying what you like about the different things, and putting a link in the description for them to purchase the one that they want. Simple as that. Reviews, tutorials, how to polish your car correctly, right? How to apply polish to your car in the summertime. when to apply the polish to your car, right? When to use fast wax over the regular wax. What different things like that. I'm just using this because this is what Blue Sky put in there. But when you create videos and content around it, there's people out there that's actually looking for that. If you could do car wax for high-end cars, the best tire, you can actually do the best tire cleaner, the best wheel cleaner, what wheel cleaner to use on chrome wheels, right? Those are all this content. If somebody's out there, they're a detailer, they taking notes. They're like, man, I'm about to blow this thing up. But I'm telling you, these are things that you could do. But think about it in your space. If there was nurses on here, nurses can do this, and you build your authority through this stuff, man. Here's how you build authority. One of the main ways to build authority is to become an author. This is what I say. Now, if my wife was on here, she'd be like, you need to be writing a book. And I think that's true too. You need to be writing a book, but you just need to be the author of content. You need to start publishing content. The more content you have published, put out in the public domain, the more authority you're going to have. So whether that's a book, which is one of the great ways of doing that, that's YouTube content, right? That's your blog, that's your podcast. These are those things that you're putting out there. That's how you build some authority, right? If you want to be booked as a speaker, there's somebody that may watch this and be like, hey, I'm a speaker. I want to be booked as a speaker. How much content do you have out there? How often can people see you speaking, right? How can people see you delivering your craft, delivering your message, right? I think every speaker needs a YouTube channel. Every author needs a YouTube channel. If you want to be a thought leader in your space, you need a YouTube channel. Right? You doing brows, you need a YouTube channel. You doing hair, you need a YouTube channel. Yeah, I think everybody needs a YouTube channel, right? It's going to help you. It's one of those meta things that just helps everything. It takes everything that you do to the next level. So that's it, guys, man. I know I've been on here for a while, but I definitely wanted to come on here, bring some value to you guys. Hopefully you got a lot about this. I told you guys some mistakes. I'm going to be sharing so much more about my journey. Today, we talked about mistakes, the big mistakes that I made, and went into a little bit of other stuff. But on the next one, which will be tomorrow, we'll go over some other things, right? And we'll talk about so I'll let you know. You can let you guys know I'm still pondering what we're going to talk about, but I'll come back on tomorrow and we'll talk about some other stuff from my journey. So, because I want you guys to learn from my journey. I want you guys to learn from the mistakes that I made, from the successes that I had, the things that absolutely work, the friends that I've been able to develop, the relationships that I've been able to acquire, all of these things like that, right? I want you guys to see exactly what happens in this space. And it's been a journey, guys. It hasn't always been easy. I tell people that too. A lot of people try to sell people on easy. It may not be easy, but it's definitely worth it. It may not be easy. All the stuff that I think people get too caught up on easy. I'm more on if it's worth it. If it's not going to be easy, at least let it be worth it. Right? And so those are some things that I like right there, man. I'm excited about you guys actually getting on here and listening to me live as I go on and on and on. But I'm getting more open, guys. I'm gonna be so open with you guys. You're gonna really learn everything that you need to know, and then eventually you guys will become members of Brand Builders Unlimited, and then we go into some really deep stuff, personalized stuff on our training, on our coaching calls every single week. We have weekly coaching calls. I already got some courses and stuff in there for people who take advantage of that. So that's good stuff, right? So that's it, guys. Really appreciate you guys being on. I'm going to be back on here tomorrow. I'll let you know. I'm going to try to publish it a little bit ahead of time so you'll know exactly what I am talking about for the coming day, for the coming video. But also, guys, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. That way you will get notified. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notified when I put new stuff out. All right? I got a video dropping today too. I got an update video dropping today. It's gonna be good. It'll probably drop in about an hour. Okay, y'all be on the lookout for that. All right, until the next video, I hope you guys have an absolutely phenomenal day, and I'll see you guys then. I'm out. Peace.